Imagine growing up in a land where every day is a fight for survival, where wrestling isn't a hobby, it's your heartbeat. Now picture turning that raw grit into gold, only to have it ripped away time and again. But you don't break. You rise. This is the story of Magomed Ankalaev, the man who dethroned a deadly striker to claim the UFC Light Heavyweight Championship, and now faces his toughest test yet. If you think MMA is just punches and kicks, wait until you hear how pain, controversy, and sheer will forge this new king. Welcome to Prime Bio, let's dive in. Born on June 2, 1992, in Makhachkala, Dagestan, Magomed Ankalaev entered a world where fighting runs deeper than blood. Dagestan, a rugged crucible that forged warriors like Khabib Nurmagomedov and Islam Makhachev. For young Magomed, it all began with wrestling. From his first steps, he was on the mats, grinding through drills that would break most kids. But here's the pain: in Dagestan, wrestling isn't about fame. It's a brutal test of heart. Hours of sweat, blood, and tears. No shortcuts. No excuses. Ankalaev learned fast: life doesn't gift you victories, you seize them. He craved more than takedowns, yearning for the chaos of real combat. That's where Combat Sambo came in, a Soviet-born martial art blending bone-crushing strikes with suffocating grapples. Ankalaev didn't just compete, he dominated, becoming a world champion and earning the title of Master of Sports. His strikes? Razor sharp. His grappling? A human trap. Opponents crumbled. This was the blueprint for a fighter who'd one day shake the UFC. But the path was grueling. Dagestan's harsh winters, scarce resources, and relentless culture demanded perfection. Family pushed him, but the real conflict was inside: doubt, injuries, fear of falling short. Yet, Ankalaev turned pain into power, forging an unbreakable spirit. By 2014, Ankalaev was ready to turn pro. He stepped into Russia's WFCA, World Fighting Championship Akhmet, a raw, no-nonsense proving ground. And Ankalaev? He was a hurricane. He didn't just win, he obliterated. Precise strikes carved up opponents, fluid movement danced through danger, and control left no room for hope. Fight after fight, he built a fearsome reputation. Knockouts, submissions, pure dominance, crowds were left speechless. Then he claimed the WFCA Light Heavyweight Championship. This wasn't just a belt, it was proof he was no ordinary Dagestani wrestler. He was a complete fighter, a weapon honed for the world stage. Success brought conflict, though. Rivals sneered, he's overhyped. Promoters threw tougher foes his way. The pressure piled on, every win raised the stakes, every fight a chance to falter. His body ached from brutal camps, his mind wrestled with staying sharp. Painful? Absolutely. But it fueled him. In 2017, the UFC came knocking, and Ankalaev was ready. March 2018, UFC debut against Paul Craig. This was Ankalaev's moment to shine as a future star in the 205-pound division. For 3 rounds, it was a masterclass. Takedowns grounded Craig, strikes bloodied him, control locked him down. Victory was seconds away. Then, agony. With 1 second left, 1 tick on the clock, Craig snags a triangle choke. Ankalaev taps. The arena gasps. Social media erupts. How does dominance end in defeat? This wasn't just a loss, it was a knife to the heart. The mental scars, replaying that moment, the what-ifs haunting his nights, could have crushed him. Many fighters never recover. But Ankalaev? He's Dagestani steel. He didn't crumble, he roared back. A 14-fight unbeaten streak tore through the division. Marcin Prachnio? Blasted. Klid Sonobru? Smothered. Dalcha Lungiambula? Dismantled. Then came Ion Cutelaba, a rivalry dripping with bad blood. Their first fight? A referee's early stoppage sparked controversy. Fans booed, Ankalaev raged. The rematch? A first-round knockout that silenced doubters. Cold, calculated, and vicious. This streak wasn't luck, it was vengeance forged in skill. The higher Ankalaev climbed, the bigger the beasts. Volkan Oezdemir, a former title challenger with knockout power, outclassed, looking ordinary. Thiago Santos, a sledgehammer striker, dominated start to finish. Anthony Smith, a battle-hardened vet, systematically broken. These weren't just wins, they were warnings. Ankalaev was making elites look helpless. But glory has a price. December 2022, his first title shot against former champ Jan Blachowicz for the vacant belt. 5 brutal rounds, strikes landing, grapples clashing. Ankalaev felt he'd won. Fans agreed. But the judges? Split draw. No champion. The belt slipped away. Fury surged. Ankalaev stormed out. Interviews turned raw. This wasn't a draw. It felt like theft. The pain of being so close, tasting gold, only to lose it again, it could have ended him. But Ankalaev turned heartbreak into hunger. March 8, 2025. UFC 313, T-Mobile Arena, Las Vegas. Ankalaev faces Alex Pereira, the kickboxing titan with a left hook that could drop a building. Pereira's record? Frightening. Wins over legends like Israel Adesanya and Yuri Prochazka. This was a war of eras. Round 1. Pereira's leg kicks tear into Ankalaev's lead leg. Welt's form, pain shoots through him. But he stays calm, patience is his blade. Second round, a turning point. With 10 seconds left, Ankalaev lands a left hand that rocks Pereira. The tide shifts. From there, Ankalaev takes over. Clinches sap Pereira's energy, pressure denies space for those deadly strikes. No recklessness, just cold precision. The third round is a firefight. Pereira swings desperately, but Ankalaev absorbs and advances. In the championship rounds, he grinds Pereira down, breaking his rhythm, dodging the knockout blow. The verdict: 49-46, 48-47, 48-47. Magomed Ankalaev, new UFC Light Heavyweight Champion. As the belt wraps around him, emotions spill. Through a translator, I can't put it into words. It's been such a long way, and here's my dream, it's on my waist. Pereira takes the loss hard, his 5-fight streak snapped, his first defeat at 205. No excuses, though, I knew it would be a war. He put pressure, I felt strikes, but against the fence, he didn't do much. The tension lingers, hinting at what's next. But the story doesn't end there. On October 4th, 2025, Ankalaev steps back into the cage for UFC 320 at T-Mobile Arena, defending his title against none other than Alex Pereira in a high-stakes rematch. This is no ordinary fight, it's a championship doubleheader, with Merab Dvalishvili facing Corey Sandhagen for the bantamweight title in the co-main event. The stage is set for fireworks. Ankalaev, now 21-1-1, is riding a 14-fight unbeaten streak since 2018. He's out to prove his UFC 313 win wasn't a fluke, aiming to dominate Pereira and cement his reign. Pereira, 12-3, a 2-division champ with knockouts over giants, wants redemption. His team's been vocal, he's adjusting, ready to reclaim the crown. Fans are split, 63% predict Ankalaev, 37% back Pereira's power. This clash will define the division's future. The card's stacked with other killers. Yuri Prochazka, the chaos-driven Czech, faces Khalil Rountree Jr. in a light heavyweight banger that could produce the next contender. Abus Magomedov vs. Joe Pyfer, Edmund Shabazian vs. Andre Muniz. These fights could shake up the middleweight ranks. UFC 320 is a proving ground, and Ankalaev's at the center. Tickets go on sale August 8th, and the world's watching. If Ankalaev gets past Pereira, who's next? Yuri Prochazka's wild style, pure chaos, clashes with Ankalaev's icy control. A win over Rountree at UFC 320 could rocket him to a title shot. Fans love the matchup, precision versus madness. Jamal Hill's another threat. The former champ, sidelined by injury, never lost his belt in a fight. His knockout power is lethal. Could he dethrone Ankalaev? He's got his eyes on UFC Baku's main event against Roundtree, hoping a win there sets him up for gold. Ankalaev's rooting for Hill, believing he's the better matchup. Or maybe Pereira flips the script in the rematch. Their first fight was close, a sharper game plan could see Poatan back on top. Others loom, Alexander Rakic, even whispers of Jailton Almeida dropping to 205. The division's a minefield, and Ankalaev's the target. His legacy? It's raw power, from Dagestani mats to UFC glory, through crushing losses and bitter controversies. He didn't chase fame, it chased him. The question now, who can stop this silent assassin? Magomed Ankalaev's journey shows true champions are forged in fire. Setbacks don't define you, your fight does. If this tale of grit, pain, and triumph lit a spark, smash that like button and subscribe to Prime Bio for more epic fighter stories. Drop a comment, who should Ankalaev face after UFC 320, Prochaska, Hill, Pereira again, or someone else? Hit that bell so you never miss a bio that hits hard. Thanks for watching, stay Prime, stay Bio.